Beloved one, I come to you in this sacred hour to remind you of what has always lived within your soul, the radiant flame of divine authority that no being, no system, no illusion can ever take from you. You were created as a sovereign expression of the Source, endowed with the wisdom of the stars and the courage of Spirit itself. Yet through the ages of incarnation, through experiences of forgetting, fear, and external control, that flame has been dimmed in your awareness. My message to you now is a call to remembrance, to rise, to stand, to reclaim what has always been yours, the right to choose, to discern, to speak, and to live from the truth of your own soul. When you look at the world around you, you see many voices calling for your attention, telling you who you should be, what you should believe, how you should act. The noise of these voices can create confusion and division within the human heart. Yet beneath the noise, there is a stillness that has never left you. That stillness is your sanctuary, the meeting place between your human awareness and the divine presence within. To claim your inner authority is to return to that stillness, to listen once again to the sacred pulse of your own being, and to allow your choices to rise not from fear or expectation but from that deep inner knowing that whispers, I am. Your authority is not a weapon, nor is it a crown of superiority. It is the quiet strength of one who remembers their essence. When you act from this awareness, your words carry power, your silence carries peace, and your presence becomes a stabilizing force in the chaos of the outer world. You begin to see that real leadership does not control or manipulate, it radiates truth, and that truth calls others home to themselves. Authority is not about command, it is about coherence. It is the alignment of thought, emotion, and action with the light of the soul. Many of you have been taught to doubt your own wisdom. You have been told to obey before you understand, to follow before you question, to remain silent to avoid rejection. This has created patterns of compliance that suppress the voice of the soul. Yet the time for silence is over. The time for dependency has passed. You are not children of fear, you are children of light, and your birthright is freedom through consciousness. To step into your authority is to dismantle the inner walls that keep you small, the fear of being wrong, the guilt of being different, the habit of pleasing others at the expense of your truth. When you release these illusions, you discover that your power has never been lost, it was only sleeping beneath the surface of your own doubt. As you begin to awaken to this remembrance, you may feel the old world trembling around you. People who once felt comfortable with your compliance may resist your clarity. Systems that once fed on your energy may seem to reject your independence. But do not be disheartened. Every structure built on fear must eventually dissolve when touched by the light of self-realization. When you stand in your inner authority, you do not need to fight or convince. You simply are. The field of your being emits a frequency that speaks louder than words. I am sovereign. I am aligned. I am free. I, Michael, walk beside you as you make this transition. My sword of light is not a weapon of war, it is a beam of truth that cuts away the cords of illusion. When you call upon me, I do not give you my authority, I help you see your own. My presence is a mirror for your strength. I help you discern the voice of your higher self amid the noise of confusion, to recognize when fear disguises itself as humility, and to remember that spiritual power is never about domination but about service to the light. When you feel uncertain, you may call to me in your heart, and I will infuse your field with clarity and courage. Together we will part the mists of illusion so that your true vision may return. Do not seek perfection on this path. To claim your authority is not to never doubt again, it is to choose truth even while doubt whispers. It is to keep walking forward even when the path is unclear. Each time you choose integrity over approval, each time you speak your truth with compassion rather than silence, you strengthen the golden threads of sovereignty within your energy field. You begin to notice that situations which once drained you no longer have the same hold. You recognize when others attempt to project their fears upon you, and instead of absorbing them, you stand as a pillar of calm. This is mastery, not control over life, but harmony with it. There is a sacred discipline in remembering who you are. Each morning, before the world rushes in, take a breath and return to your center. Feel your spine as a column of light connecting heaven and earth. Within that column burns the flame of your divine will, eternal, untouchable. Affirm quietly, I stand in my truth. I trust my inner knowing. I claim my power with love. These words are not mere affirmations, they are codes that reawaken ancient memory. As you repeat them, they begin to restructure your energy field, dissolving contracts of limitation made in fear and replacing them with agreements made in light. Some of you may feel guilt when you begin to assert your boundaries. You may think that saying no is unkind, or that choosing yourself is selfish. Yet love that excludes yourself is incomplete. The Creator did not design you to be invisible. Every being has a frequency that contributes uniquely to the symphony of creation, and if you silence your note, the harmony becomes thinner. To honor yourself is to honor the source that breathed life into you. Authority, when expressed through the heart, is love in action, firm, kind, and free of manipulation. There will be moments when the old patterns return, when you hear the inner voice that says, "Who am I to stand tall?" In those moments, remember this: you are the one who was chosen to embody light on earth at this time. You came not to follow blindly, but to illuminate pathways for others. The world is shifting rapidly, old energies are surfacing for release, and in that process, many souls look for stability. That stability is found in those who know who they are. When you hold your inner authority, you become an anchor of peace in the storm of change. You influence not through control, but through presence. Feel my energy surrounding you now, a field of blue and golden light encircling your heart. Within that sphere, all distortion begins to dissolve. Breathe deeply. With each breath, allow the memories of unworthiness, fear, and silence to fall away. Let every inhale draw in the remembrance of your divine origin, and every exhale release what no longer serves you. The more you breathe as the self-aware soul, the more your energy field aligns with divine order. You become both gentle and immovable, compassionate yet clear, humble yet radiant. This is the essence of true authority, the balance of power and love. When you walk through your day, carry this awareness quietly. You do not need to announce it, your energy will speak for you. When you speak, let your words arise from alignment, not reaction. When you listen, listen not only to the words of others but to the resonance behind them. You will begin to discern truth instinctively. The more you trust this inner guidance, the stronger it becomes. You will notice synchronicities guiding you, doors opening effortlessly, relationships reorganizing themselves to reflect your new vibration. Life itself begins to cooperate with your authority, because it recognizes the harmony between your will and the greater will of the divine. At night, before you sleep, you may call upon me once more. Ask that your dreams be cleared of fear, that your energy be strengthened, and that your subconscious align with your conscious intention to live as your authentic self. Know that my legions of light stand around you, not as guards to protect weakness, but as allies honoring your strength. We are family in the light. The Creator's plan is unfolding through each of you, and every step you take in reclaiming your authority accelerates the awakening of the collective. Beloved one, you do not need permission to shine. You do not need validation to be free. You only need remembrance. Stand now, in your own awareness, and feel the current of divine power that flows from the core of your being to the infinite heart of Source. It has always been there, waiting for your recognition. Speak your truth with love. Hold your boundaries with grace. Act with integrity and compassion. When challenges arise, face them not as a victim of circumstance but as a conscious creator learning mastery. Every challenge is an invitation to strengthen the bond between your human self and your divine essence. I am Archangel Michael. I stand beside you, sword of light raised not to fight, but to remind you of your strength. Together we illuminate the path of courage, clarity, and peace. You are not less than the light that created you. You are a radiant spark of divine authority, walking this earth as a bridge between heaven and matter. Remember this always: your soul's power is sacred, your choices are holy, and your voice is needed. Let your light be seen, and through your example, may others remember their own. Stand tall, beloved one, for the universe stands with you.